let's just start. I just started again because I was just checking that the camera wasn't straight. How you
Let's just
doing?
start again and again. I'm good. How are you?
I'm feeling all right. We've been on the run this morning, as always. We're shooting earlier in the day than we're accustomed to,
Yeah.
and we're pretty much a mess. So that's okay.
Oh, well, we've got 45 minutes, as always.
Punch it out. Now, you look unbelievable. What's going on with this in the neck? We've
Thanks.
still got the Chief beautiful bracelet.
Got my Chief bangle on, Australian brands, my favourite. This is Zaya. This is a brooch, but I've styled it as a necklace. I was just feeling a bit 90s today. I feel like the Christmas bonkers-a-thon has landed in
Madonna.
November. Everyone's lost their minds, and I'm just like, what is it? Turning into the skid.
Turning into the skid. Well, you look great. Today we're doing a little bit different, although every week's different. I've thrown out the schedule.
But I think this time you're right.
What we decided yesterday is that we were going to do, well, broadly, I think we had like a 3-minute conversation. And did you suggest it or did I?
Is it a good idea?
You suggested we should do some real topics, like as in, I don't know what you said. I can't
No,
remember
it was
what you
things
said.
that people just don't talk about.
People don't want to talk about.
Or honestly.
And then we went through 4 topics. I said, we're not talking about them, right?
Yeah.
Whatever they might be. But we came up with a list of 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 that we could do.
Because as much as we want to be candid and open and honest, the reality is there's just some things that are too hot.
Yeah.
And we're not here courting controversy.
I think that's it. Do you know what I think it started from? It started from, I think, this is what seeded the idea, is when I said the other day, why is someone like Kyle and Jackie O popular?
Yeah.
And I don't understand this sort of shock jock sort of nonsense. I've never understood it. I understand why it's titillating, but I don't know why people keep coming back for it. Does that make sense? I understand why you'd be like, for a little while it'd be interesting, but after a while it's like same old crap, same old stunts. And when I was in the stunts game, like we want to talk about things that we want to talk about that we'd be interested in hearing.
Yes.
Right, anyway. Enough navel gazing and self-congratulatory stuff. Well, should I just start?
Yeah.
Let's just start.
What's the first one?
Kids come fully formed and you can only influence them.
Woo. Woo.
I'll start on this one then.
Okay.
My view is different to what it was before children, I'll tell you right now. Right?
Funny that.
Because before kids you're thinking, oh, if I was a parent I'd do this like that. Right? And then, of course, the rubber hits the road and you see them and they grow up and you realise that the minute they were born is exactly the same as they are when they're 10, when they're 15, when they're 20. They are who they are and you're only adapting and influencing as best you can. That's my view.
Yeah.
Do we share that view?
Yeah, absolutely. It's funny. I'm reading this book called The Hidden Half.
Oh, yeah. I must read it next.
And really kind of, I'm probably a third through. So basic proposition is what we actually do know is so incredibly limited. And possibly what we could ever know
With these
will remain as limited.
meat suit brains.
There will be things that we can just never know. And it's quite confronting to scientists. It's confronting to parents. It's like
This book.
the concept, people spend their lives researching things and saying that this is the reason why this happens categorically. And yet, so, for example, there's the book starts with this study on these crabs that just appeared in the 80s, and there were no male crabs, only female,
Right.
and they could just lay eggs without a man.
So there's no male crabs at all?
No male crabs.
All right.
And so for scientists, they're like, brilliant, we can study, these are like, all have the same DNA.
Right.
We can look at nature versus nurture.
So they have eggs of, let's say, whatever the number, 20 crabs, and they've all got exactly the same DNA. Got it?
Yes. So they're like, this is as perfect and homogenous as we can get control. Yeah. And then they did this study and they tried to control it as much as possible. They even had the same scientists recording what they were observing. So there was no, guess what? Some of these crabs grew to be 20 times the size of the others, and they fed them at the same times, and they had different markings, and basically it kind of just blew this concept out of the water of what we know, because up until then it was like DNA is it.
So identical twins are identical twins, and
however, how much do we know that not to be true?
Yeah.
And then you go even deeper. I know I'm going off course, but I think it's useful. Then you go, okay, well, what about, then there was discussion about conjoined twins, right? Because let's get even closer. They're different, right?
Yeah.
They have the same parents, same environment, And yet.
Same body.
Same body, same DNA that works. And yet. But then you go even further and say, in one human being, where we talk about breast cancer, ovarian cancer, testicular cancer, guess what? It's not exactly in the same place on each side. Even in a human being, in cells that are identical, these things don't happen.
This is fascinating.
Why does the cancer pick that cell and not right? So it's like we think we're so clever.
Right.
But there's just so many unknowables. Anyway, let's go back to the parenting thing.
We didn't move too far off the subject at all.
Because we say nature versus nurture, and
Yes.
It's like really how much influence does a parent or an upbringing have on a person? And the fact is there is so many variables. And actually, you'll like this. Sorry, I'm getting excited. Mike Tyson.
Yes.
Do you know much about his background?
A lot.
So he's told stories, biographies. He had a really abusive mother.
Yes.
He grew up in a very rough,
Yes.
right? Life, lots of twists and turns, lots of very bad things around violence.
Yes.
All normalised, okay? So we look at him and say, okay, he makes
No surprise.
He makes sense as a person. Guess what? His brother works in like a trauma unit in a hospital. Never had a violent life. Same life. So I think as parents, or just as humans, we think that we can control destiny.
Yeah.
But even any parent with more than one child will know that they just are what they are.
Well, it's funny because you think you've got it nutted on the first one, and then the next one comes along and just throws the
like,
whole scale out the window. You're like, oh, what? That didn't work. What are you talking about?
At all. And so I think that, when we look at our kids when they're doing well and things are working and the way we're guiding them is working, we pat ourselves on the back. Oh, I did that.
Yeah.
The older I get, this is not an argument for being hands off.
No, it's quite the contrary.
We're responsible to our children
right.
and for our children. But
the scope of your influence.
the scope is questionable. I think it's much less than we think.
So the formative years, I think, is extremely influential for whatever years that is. Let's say it might be year 1 to 7. Let's say I'm just making that up, right? But until I get to school, even 6, whatever, right? Those 6 years, you can have, my opinion, enormous impact on the future trajectory of your kids. Having said that, they are who they are, mate.
They are who they are, yes.
And if you think you're going to change them, I wish you luck with that endeavour.
Their nature, their intellect, the way
their
they view the world, their interests. And like you said, it was only like with the eldest, it was only once he was older and I could think back, literally newborn. And I think back into looking at that little tiny baby's eyes. The kid, the teenager I know now, was there already.
Yes.
I did not build this teenager.
But once you know that, or you know that or not know that, once you sort of accept that possibility, I think it changes the way you parent, because you think, okay, we're responsible, that's for sure, but we're only guiding and influencing. In the end, they are like a missile going through the world, and all you can do is nudge as best you can. And sometimes you have to let them fly off. You have to, because you just can't control everything, and they are who they are. Anyway, fighting the nature of your kids, I think, is a losing battle in the end.
So the best thing you can do is get to know them and understand them.
And be very bloody humble.
As they are.
Yes, and accept them, and then, guide them from that position as they'll let you. Okay, next.
Whew.
That was good.
Jeez, efficient.
Do you want to do...
Brutal.
Mother's attitude to work?
No, let's do that in a minute.
Everyone is making it up as they go. This is actually one of my favourite ones to remember. I use this all the time with people. Yeah. Okay. The people that you see that have it all together, that have it all, they're always happy, they're always calm, they're always this, they're always that. There is a small subset of people who actually are like that, who actually are calm, balanced, their life is perfect, they've got everything how they want it. But that's a very tiny subset. Most people who you think have it together do not at all, and they are literally making it up as they go, because nobody knows anything.
But even those calm people are still making it up as they go, but maybe they're content with that. They've accepted it.
But they've found they've found a way to balance it in a way, like they know how to balance it. Does that make sense? They've found that through trial and error. Everyone you see who you think has it together and knows what they're doing is literally making it up as they go. And one rocking thing happens in their life and they're right back into the chaos that you're in right now.
I think you're going a little bit...
I'm going too far.
You are, because I don't think that's the point. I don't think it's that everybody is a mess underneath. I actually don't think that's the right...
I'm not saying mess, but I'm saying...
Well, you are, because you're saying the second that something goes wrong, they're right back where you are. I don't think that's right. I think it's that you think everybody has this plan and everyone is certain and everyone's sure that the next step that they take is the right one, and they're so confident and decisive, whereas the reality is nobody can predict the future. Everyone's giving things their best guess.
Yeah. And no one knows.
And no one really knows. Now, some people, some remarkable people, a lot of hugely successful people are like wildly strategic, where they literally are thinking 20 years ahead.
Yep.
They're unusual.
They're a tiny subset.
So those people are amazing. I have a lot of respect for them. I don't know how they do it.
And they do have a calmness that they go, well, they kind of, within a brackets, they know what's going to happen.
Yes.
Like within a series of possible
But
outcomes.
I agree with you. Like, for the most part, even very successful people, even people who are well developed in their career, they are using data that they have amassed over their lifetime to make decisions. But still, the other thing that they know is sometimes things go wrong and they just know that it still just works out.
Right.
But they don't know how.
Do you know, I actually think that's a big turning point in your life. I think that is a big turning point in your life. It was for me. That's probably a better way to put it. A big turning point in my life, which is actually quite recent. And definitely you influenced, is that even if things go wrong, it's still going to be fine.
Yep.
We're still going to work it out.
Yep.
There's enough data to say when things have gone wrong, we've worked it out.
Yep.
And we're going to work it out.
Yeah.
And that, like, you know, people look at stock markets and they go, oh, it went down by 15%. And it's like, yeah, but it's up 60, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. So sentiment is a big thing and emotions are a big thing. But, okay, so can we separate this to two things? One, the people that you think have it all together over there are often, you got to tell, if you see the whole picture, they're not as together as you think, right, over there. So that's a separate issue. But also, everyone's making it up as they go. The people that you look at as in your business, in your life, in your family, your parents, like you look at your parents, they're so smart. They're making it up as they go. They're making best guesses. Their guesses might be right 7 out of 10 times, but they're still just making it up as they go. And an issue might come along that's beyond their scope, right? Everyone's making it up as they go. All right, so we had the next one is that is of interest, is that this is one of your favorites. Everyone is where they want to be. One day we'll explain why. Everyone's where they want to be. Tell me what this means.
This has been a conversation, a statement that gets said a lot in my family and my extended family. And it's because, you know, you can sometimes look at people that you love or people that you know or, you know, even the broader world, and you think, why don't they just do this? Or it's so simple for them to change that. Or I feel bad for this person because they're stuck in this miserable relationship.
And good one.
And it's very easy for us to put energy into those people. And the statement that my family says is everyone's where they want to be, which means, well, like someone might say that to me in my family if I'm saying, I'm worried about this person, they're not. Laura, that's where they want to be. Because if they didn't want to be there, they would have changed something by now.
So it's like they have a whole world of choices in front of them and they're choosing not to take any of them.
Right.
So no choice is a choice.
Right. And that obviously applies to ourselves, which is pretty confronting. And no one likes talking about this. And it's not something that you can easily, if you're talking to a friend and they're complaining about something in their life for the 1,000th time, if you're a good friend, and you love them, you're going to listen the 1,000th time and the 1,001st time, of course.
Yeah.
But, you know, there might be a part of you that's thinking, then don't do it. Then stop, leave that job. Leave that guy.
Yeah. Stop eating this thing. Stop drinking that thing.
You really want a dog? Go to the RSPCA and bloody adopt one. Right? And so I think...
What is that topic they really want to talk? Oh, we should put that to the top of the list.
Right, no, I'm just talking about, we see it in others.
Yeah.
But we have to see it in ourselves
Okay,
too.
so let's say we start with ourselves then. We'll come back to others in a second. You look in the mirror, and if you told yourself the truth, I am where I want. Imagine if you said to yourself, "Are you where you want to be?" Yeah, no, of course I'm not, but I am, because
this is where I am.
Here's the 5 things sitting in front of me that I know if I changed would make my life way better.
Yep.
And I'm not choosing to. I'm choosing not
Yes.
to do them. By the way, this is me looking in the mirror here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look, we've had this conversation around the way we've structured our lives around our kids. And we have those moments of frustration where we say, what could we have done from building businesses, building other things separately from our family life.
Yep.
And we have frustrations because we think, well, we could have done this, or we could be doing this, or we could be working longer
Small
hours.
frustration, yeah.
They're fleeting, and then that's what we
once in a while,
But then we remind ourselves, no, this is where we want to be.
I would say on any topic for us, that is the topic we've been most definitive about and I'm most comfortable and happy with, is that we've decided this is till this time, kids first, like business, comes and goes, but this is and I would say, and I say to people all the time, you'll never regret spending more time with your kids when they're young. But it's interesting that, occasionally I do get a little, we could have.
I should have this by now. I should have done that.
That
this.
sort of
it's
stuff.
Like, well, no, because you chose not to do that.
And I'm thrilled with that choice.
Yeah.
But then there's 4 or 5 other choices that if I went through them, I've gotten better at them, but not good enough.
There's every day, there's a million micro things that I say, do, think, feel that part of me hates, and I'm angry that I'm in it. And then I'm like, well, you're in it and you did it. You have full autonomy.
And you could fix it today.
I have full this is confronting, and this will be confronting to everybody. You have full autonomy over your thoughts, feelings, actions. Like,
friendships.
Sure, you've got to be in a society. Sure, you can't always say what's on your mind, but generally,
We could.
if there's something in your life that you're not happy about and you have not done anything about it, guess what, mate? You chose it. That's what you want. And if you don't want it, then you should be in the next breath doing something about it.
Yeah, you could do.
But it's not something we talk about much. And I don't think that's a negative. Of course, when we're speaking to people that we love and we care about and they feel...
So I was going to ask you.
You can give guidance, but this is where the thought of it about other people needs to kick in, that everyone's where they want to be. You can take a horse to water, but you can't make them drink, right? Like, I don't think it's our job to go around bullying and berating people for choices that they haven't made.
Well, it's their life, not yours. It's none of your business,
yes.
Right? But what about if they're complaining about it for the 3,000th time, like you say? That was my question I was going to ask you. What if you've got someone you love in your life that is... maybe they're complaining, maybe they're not, but they're not where they're not where they want to be. But the choices they continue to make put them in that spot.
Yes.
Not even bad, just like small things. How much do you intervene? When do you stop?
You can do things like ask them, do you want to problem solve this today? Do you want to talk and you could ask this every time the topic comes up. Do you just want to vent, or do you want to talk some ideas on how we might be able to fix this? Mm-hmm. And and they might always say, no, I just want to vent.
Till one day.
But by asking that question, first you're going to put it in their mind that there is a way to fix the problem, remind them. And second, you're keeping the space open for the one day that they say, you know what, I think I'm actually ready. I'd love your help on how I'm going to tackle this problem. So, look, for me...
It's not easy, huh?
I think it depends on the way you have friendships and the way you are with your family, and you shouldn't be taking on all this emotional labour from family members and friends, for sure. But for me, I have a very small group of friends and my family is very close. So I kind of put up with a lot, as in I'm happy to just be that person.
Yeah, so you're like an inch wide, mile deep with these
I'm happy to be a safe place because I've got the bandwidth for it. And guess what? Sometimes I just need to vent.
I'm glad you have those friends.
Right?
I'm glad because I don't think
Thank God for voice messages.
I don't think I could take it all personally.
Thank God for voice memos.
That's true. That's a good one. So everyone is where they want to be.
So if you're
It's confronting.
if you're listening and you're like, I couldn't do this because of this, it's like, okay, here's a controversial one.
Okay. Hang on, I've got the dump button.
Here's a controversial one.
Go
But
ahead.
I'm not going to, there's zero judgment in here. This is an example. You're a mum. You had a career, right? I feel like you're signalling me.
No, this is just a bit off centre. You're beautiful. Go on.
There's a lot off centre going on.
You're a mum, you
here.
had a career.
You're a mum. You had a career, you've had children. They're 1, 2, and you haven't gone back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And you are lamenting your career. I'm going backwards. I'm so unhappy. I hate that I'm not working.
Yep. Reasonable sort of thoughts.
Totally reasonable.
Yep.
Then why aren't you going back to work? Because you made a choice. You can still miss what you've left behind, but you are where you want to be. Because if you weren't,
You'd be at work.
You'd be at work and you'd make other arrangements with your partner, with your kids.
Yep.
So
That's a good example.
it's hard. It's tough love, right? And I'm not saying that's an easy thing, that it's one or the other. It's so black and white.
How about I lightning rod myself as well? So just in case you get electrocuted with that comment, I'll allow myself to get electrocuted with you on a different comment.
Go on.
I'm in reasonably good physical shape, but I'm like, let's say 10 kilos over where I could and should be. I could fix that tomorrow. I could tomorrow wake up and just make 5 adjustments, simple adjustments. I know the adjustments I need to make because I've made them and fix it tomorrow, but I don't. I am where I want to be.
Yeah.
Right? And I could sit here and make excuses. Oh, it's too hard. Oh, I'm too busy. I'm too tired. None of that is true. None of that is true. What is true is that I choose to do this, this, and this again and again and again, and not do this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And I can lament not being in the Mr. Universe competition, right? Or I can live in reality and say I'm making the choices where. So I can miss that possibility, but also be aware of the reality and not, what's the word, bitter.
Yes.
About
like
the fact
like
that
it's out of your control.
Right.
Like it just happened to you.
It's not out of your control. It hasn't happened to you. It hasn't happened to me. I've made these choices. Here I am. I'm making 7 out of 10 choices. I can make a 9 out of 10 tomorrow and fix everything. Right?
Yes. Like I've this week had the problem where I've finally acknowledged that I have a real issue with my phone. Beyond as the sort of minor things that I thought, which was just being distracted.
But you knew.
I did know, but I'm now actually going, this is really affecting my quality of life. And I'm actually ashamed. No, because for that reason, because I know it and yet. And so.
No. Sorry, I was stopping you right there. You're not allowed to. I'm telling you, I'm not allowing you to be ashamed. You can be pissed at yourself for being a dummy, right? But no, that word is too heavy for that. No. Okay. No, I'll tell you why. Because you're still a great parent, great. Like, you're not. No one has lost anything because of you being on the phone for too much, right? You're doing everything you need to be doing. But you're wasting X amount of time of your life on a doom scroll, right?
Yeah.
You can't be ashamed about that. You're allowed to be ashamed about things you should be ashamed of. That's not one thing.
I'm ashamed that I can't turn around in a heartbeat, knowing that this is something that could categorically turn a lot of things around for me.
You're allowed to be intrigued by that, not ashamed.
Like I said to you yesterday, Monday night, I made this commitment that of an evening, the phone was going to go away for 45 minutes. Like only 45 minutes.
I remember the commitment.
I'm really airing my dirty laundry.
I remember the commitment.
And Christian, the whole from 8:30 until 11, when the telly was on and we're hanging out, I kept saying, "Now's the time." And I could not put the damn thing down.
Everyone's where they want to be.
And guess what? My life is no richer for it.
No.
Not even 1 milli, not a speck better for it, for what I did in that 3 hours on the phone.
So, to be very clear, it is only your extreme phone use that makes my excessive phone use look reasonable. Right?
You don't want me to change because it makes you
I'm
look...
not saying that. I'm saying you actually give me cover. Like, this is telling the truth. You give me cover because you're actually further out over your skis than I am. But both of us would do well to have a phone safe at home and
I
for
agree.
3 hours a day to lock it away. Now, I will make it very clear. You have great time with the kids. All that so it's not like you're sitting there going, but if you got rid of that thing, half the time that you use it, your life will be better. No question about it.
Yeah.
So, again, same for me. If I got rid of this half the time that I use it, my life would be better.
Then why don't we do it?
Because we are where we want to be. That's really good. No, sorry, I'm now thinking a lot. I'm just thinking a lot. Do you want to keep going or try something else?
No, next is fine.
Okay. If you believe in shoulds, you believe in unicorns.
Let's do that one.
Shoulds?
Should we?
I've told you before, my sister cousin, unbelievable human being, said to me, when I'm like, oh, this is years ago. I should have done this, I should have done that. She's a very smart girl. I should have done this. And she's like, Christian, she's very kind too, so she should have told me much stronger. She goes, Christian, stop shooting yourself to death. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She said, Christian, should is a word that doesn't need to exist in your lexicon because you either do it or you don't. There's no should. You don't, oh, I should have been here. It's back to what we were saying before. I should have been here by then. I should have been here. No. You are where you are. You've done what you've done. Either do the next thing or don't. And if you believe in shoulds, you believe in unicorns. I think there was another one that overlaps. If your solution starts with people would just. We'll come to that in a second.
It's all the same. It's all the same.
But go on should.
Well, see, you're talking about the should from your own personal perspective. I think
people should do this.
I think
people
that
should
people
do that.
should, or this shouldn't be okay. They should have a consequence. Or
we should collectively do this.
This is a deflection of any personal accountability whatsoever.
Okay, so they're two separate issues. Okay, I'm going to drop what I said.
Yeah.
Right, because it's important to me, but I was saying it through my own lens. Now let's move on to that one. So my way of viewing this is that if you believe a solution to anything is if only people would just, you're living in a fake world. You're not living in reality. It's like, no. I will do, we as in people I can collectively influence will do. You can't change anybody else.
Nope.
And the should.
It is a full abolishment of personal responsibility.
So the good example is
I'll be firm about that. I'm 100% certain on that.
Well, it's nonsense. It's nothing.
Categoric.
You know what? This should be changed today. Okay. What are you going to do about it? The good one is the bully.
Yeah.
And that was actually where this, I think we got really prigged on this because it's difficult. It's really sticky. It's a person being a bully or a prick in a work setting. Oh, we should just be able to go to HR. They should just be dealt with. Everyone should be, should, right? Of course that's true.
Should be dealt with the new psychological safety legislation. Okay, how's that going to work? Let's be... Now, I'm not dismissing that it should be law. I'm not dismissing that everyone must be in a safe workplace. That should be the standard.
Yes.
Sure.
No question.
And?
Then you get into the murk of human behaviour and reality.
Yes.
And, okay, there's a falling knife that comes with these sort of thinking, cascading, right? And you've got to think about where does it end, right? So you start here and say, oh, this should be this. And then you end up with, hanging people in the streets for these sort of things. And everyone would like to live in this utopian world where everything happens the way it's supposed to and justice is immediately applied. Yeah. And by the way, justice is not applied anywhere near where it could or should be. But what are you going to do about it?
I have this conversation a lot with clients, and when there's a dispute or a disagreement or a contractual negotiation, absolutely, when you are negotiating, whether it's negotiating for a good thing, for a deal, or negotiating out of a dispute, you should have a good eye on where things might land if it went nuclear.
Reality.
Right? Yeah. Like if you ended up in court, what might a judge think? Yeah? Problem is, there's no certainties in that side of things.
Yeah.
But where people get stuck is where they say, well, they should just pay me because if I went to court, I would win. Right? okay, does that get you any closer to the deal?
Yeah.
Because that's what they should do. That might be what you see as them shoulding to do. That might be a rational response.
You also might be in the right and they might be horribly in the wrong.
Whatever, but you're putting your head and your thinking onto another person's body and saying, well, if that were me, this is what I would do. They should be agreeing. They should be doing this. They should. You don't know who you're dealing with, and actually people get screwed a lot assuming that everyone will play by the rules.
Game theory.
Yeah.
So game theory is that everyone will act in their own best interests, right?
Or everyone...
In theory, basically.
Yeah, but what about just playing by the rules of society?
Yeah, and then you come up against someone who doesn't play by the same rules as you, which is virtually everybody, and they don't make any sense to you at all.
And if you fixate on they should, well, you're nowhere.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
nowhere. I don't know if I've told this story of talking to I was very junior, and I said to the partner, oh, well, at least once we're at trial, when the director's in the witness box and our counsel cross-examines him, he'll have to tell the truth about what he did with the assets. And that's basically the...
Laura.
Yes, right? He laughed at me and looked at me. I'm this doe-eyed, young, He laughed and I said, what's so funny? And he said, Laura, do you really think everyone tells the truth in the witness box? And I said, and I honestly, I said, well, yes, they've taken an oath or an affirmation, they've promised to the court and the judge.
A promise?
Right.
Golly.
That was massive for me.
Yeah.
Because legitimately,
yeah,
it had never crossed my mind that somebody would lie to the court.
This is hilarious because now you're of the view that everybody lies all the time.
And so, again, had I gone on with my life being like, well, it should be fine because they'll tell the truth, they'll do the right thing, justice will be served.
Wow.
I'll do the right thing so the other person will reciprocate. Hello?
Listen, I hate that this is the reality of situations. I actually
You don't have to like it.
And it's like, but you're telling your kids, you're telling anyone you're mentoring that you don't want to be cynic about the world. And I'm not a cynic about the world. Actually, I'm extremely optimistic about the world. But the reality is, the word "should" is a wasted word in most of these situations. Is that now when you say "should," you might say that they should behave like this, as in, I can see them acting in their own best interests like that, like predictability. But from a ethical, moral standpoint, or even just you're overlaying your morals onto someone else's judgment, it's like, mate, you're off your head.
I think when you look at it too from the position of online discourse, conversation in the media, conversation with friends and family, I think that this is you talk about spiritual bypass. I think this is like intellectual bypass to roll out a should.
Of course it is, because you know what? It's hard. These
It's
issues
like saying,
are hard.
well, this form of, socialism should be perfect.
Or let's say everyone should have a house. It's like, of course we agree with that, right?
But if that's what you're going to die in a ditch about, jump it without actually thinking about how you're going to implement that in the reality of human existence.
The reason that socialism doesn't work is not because it's not a fantastic idea. It's because of human nature.
Yes.
And if you cannot overlay human nature on your idea, if only people would just, mate, you're not living in reality.
Yes.
You can't, no. You can't win. The reason that socialism, communism has to be at the point of a gun is because of human nature. Human nature, which has not changed.
Yeah.
It might continue to evolve, but you can't bank on it. Humans should do this. No, humans do this.
Yes. And I think when we talk about the shoulds, this is what we wanted to talk about as part of it, that I don't think that's a very empowering, happy place to be in, because you are giving all of the autonomy over your life, your community, everything over to this concept of the should, rather than, well, what am I going to do? Who am I? How am I going to behave in the world?
And influence, right?
Like even, we're teaching our teen to drive. And I can't remember. He said, "Oh, but can't I just turn?" I said, "Look, check both ways or whatever." He's like, "But it's green."
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay.
It's a good one. People should stop at a red light. That's actually a good one.
Right? But Mum, it's green. Yeah. We're still going to take a beat because we're first up to make sure no one's flying through the intersection. Because the green light doesn't matter
to someone
in the wrong circumstances.
It's a really good example.
And so if you blindly go to the shoulds.
But until you see someone run that red light, right, and push the boundary, you don't know it. Even him hearing it from us, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, look."
Because it's road rules.
I'll half look at it, right?
Everyone's following the rules, aren't they?
But until you see someone push that line, like you hear from the partner saying, "Ha, this director, are you joking, Laura? What? Hang on, it can't be serious." And you're like, "Oh, hang on a minute. What do you mean? People lie." Oh,
yep.
Update your map. If you can't, okay, put it this way: if you're running around saying people should be, and you're not doing anything about it, you're very naive. You're living in a naive world.
Yep.
Let's think of it this way. Imagine you turned up at your local council, your local charity, your local sports club, and rolled up your sleeves and started doing it. That is how you fix should. It's like, okay, yeah, people should do that. I'm going to go down and put my shoulder to the wheel. If you're just shooting around, forget it.
Yep.
Do you have any more to add on that?
No, I think I'm pretty deep on this, and I am extremely quick to judge people who want to force the shoulds of the world down people's throats.
Yeah, I know that you're extremely also pragmatic as well. Like we're actually quite pragmatic in that, and maybe we're not should enough. Like there's a possibility that we look at it and go, well, it is what it is. Let's play the cards as they're dealt, and others will look at it and say, no, let's get new cards. Everyone should be playing these cards.
Yes.
And we're like, that's not. It doesn't work that way.
I think it's.
But it could.
I think it's important to get in this mindset when you're in personal relationships, romantic, friends, family. It saves you a lot of tears.
To think that things are as they are.
Like they should pick up the phone and call me. They should this and that. It's like, well, fine. If you don't like the behaviour, you can't should them into it. You either change how you behave, so you're the one that makes the call, or you put a boundary up, or you make a decision about the relationship. But just being in it and being angry and resentful because they're not doing what they should be doing.
That's a good segue.
Oh, yeah.
Most people tell you who they are. You should believe them.
Mm-hmm. How are we going for time?
How are we going for time, Super Producer Charlie? Okay.
Why don't we have a break and just do one more and finish it?
Okay.
Yeah?
Small break.
Small break.
Okay, I don't know exactly how today this one's going to play with breaks, but we're taking a very small break there. Now, we've got a couple of topics I would like to do left. One is most people tell you who they are, you should believe them. And women work attitude post-children. No, that's it. That's all I'm happy with. Okay. Oh, everyone's making up as they go.
Let's do the mums and kids and that other one, the first one.
Okay. I'll throw you the ball on this one.
So again, context for what we wanted to talk about today was some of the things that we think people don't speak about honestly enough because it's curly, it's ugly, it makes us feel icky.
But we're not stunting. We're not looking for controversy. These are just issues that are difficult to deal with.
To deal with. I feel that women don't talk enough about how their perspective changes once they have children. And in particular, I'm talking about women and their careers.
Yeah.
Now, I am like fully gung-ho on women always having some form of financial freedom.
Man is not a financial plan.
Man is not a financial plan. So I'm talking very separately to that. I'm talking about the way that they feel about their career, their workplace, even working.
Yeah.
And I also want to say, I think that working mums are the best resource of any organisation ever.
You stole that view from me.
We had it separately.
Working mothers are the most undervalued employees. People don't realise what an asset they are because they have to be efficient.
Yes.
Right.
And they are. But actually, interesting, that might actually tie well into the point I'm getting to here very, very slowly.
Yeah, that's okay.
The point is this. Before I had kids, you know, my career, what happened in my workplace, who I was in my profession had a lot more meaning to me than it did.
Identity was your work, yeah.
The second my first child was born. The things that people talk about, the things that people worry about, the business that we're all doing with each other.
And ourselves.
I just look at it and I'm like, who cares? Now, that doesn't mean I don't take my job seriously.
I would say you actually still love it, but you love it from a different angle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
it's a game and a sport now to you rather than like it's much less, the stakes are much lower.
Yes. And you lose a bit of patience. And I think that women don't know how to articulate this well. But I think they instinctively feel it.
Yeah.
That the second that there's that kid, it's just like, this office politics, like what a joke. Who cares? Right? And it does shift the intensity for a lot of women in their career, in their expectations of themselves, how hard they want to work, how fast they want to progress.
Yeah, what they want to do with their lives, like with their hours available. They're like, I might want to do this instead.
Yes, and there's so much angst around it, and I wish there wasn't.
Yeah.
I wish there wasn't.
Why? I mean, you know why. Like, you've been through it, but...
Well, because people have put so much time and energy. You know, we all hate being wrong, yeah? Even if we won't admit it.
Yeah.
So we think, does that make me wrong for having put all that effort and energy in for naught?
Do you think that's the reason?
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't think that's the reason.
Or is it just like they've given up on the hard thing, even though being a mum is bloody
way
hard?
Harder. No parent would ever choose to, like, for ease, to stay home rather than go to work. Oh my God, work's a joke compared to being a parent.
We were talking about that the other day.
Yeah, we were. I'm like, how good? Imagine a full work day. Oh my God.
We were talking about it in the context of, I know we often talk in heteronormative ways, and here's why, right?
Heteronormative, but yeah.
Well, no, but that's...
People can apply it how they see fit.
I know, but that's our experience, yeah? So...
I'm not going to trot all over someone else. I don't understand what it's like to be anything other than that. So there you go. Yeah.
So we were talking about it in the context of these men who believe that their only value to the house is to earn the income.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, that sounds like a dream. Imagine all you had to do is have a job and keep a job. That's it. Just have a job, keep the job. You come home... Kids are fed, bathed.
Ready for bed.
Don't have to ever worry about what's for dinner.
Read them a book.
Don't have to organise Christmas presents, birthday presents.
Doctor's appointments.
Birthday parties. You know, your jocks are clean. Your deodorant is refilled. Like, you literally, it's like living in a hotel. Now listen, we are very, I'm very happy with the way that we do things. Yeah. And in fact, I feel like you often do more.
Yeah, that's true. But it's different. No, it's different. So
I'm not sitting here going, I'm so,
But let me interpret what you just said quickly.
Yeah.
Because I actually think that the mental load of the mother is higher no matter what. So even though I might be like a 55-45 of the things that we do, the mental load of the mother is like 70-30. Like there's just no way around that.
We'll go, like we were talking about, what a dream to just literally get up, not have to worry about anything in the household, go to work and come home, even if late. Just this singular focus.
I can't even imagine what that's like.
Sounds divine.
Yeah.
And so...
Do you know what? Even one day, if you could do that one day a week, how cool would your life be?
It would be really nice. Anyway, so I think that women do change their priorities. Things do shift for a lot of women. I'm not being categorical about this. It's not a. No,
but I think things change for most women in one way or another. Like they change one way or
another. We've talked about this before. We're so programmed to put so much of our identity in our career, being independent, being intelligent, educated, working, and our worthiness around that side of ourselves because things have changed so much over the last few generations that I don't think that a lot of women have reconciled how to have had that belief coming into motherhood, have motherhood and go, "Yeah, I don't really care about that so much anymore." But they don't know what to do with that.
I have a theory. I think your generation, your age group of women, are in the overcorrection generation. So people have this myth that women never work. Women work the whole time, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
But as far as full-time professional, 1970s, things started to, feminism movement, that sort of thing. Now, what happened was a lot of the women before that had that professional choice taken away from them, if you like,
Yes.
right? The option. The men would go off to work, the women would say, this is only a very small period of time, by the way. In the 1900, everyone was screwed. But like post-World War II, there was that boom. And then, all of a sudden, women
Had opportunity.
University, like professional careers, not just... And so a lot took that up. And now, more than men are taking that up, right? But I think what's going to happen is that is an overcorrection because the option, it's like you're exercising the choice out of obligation.
Yes.
In some part. Yeah, you want to do it, you're super smart, you're doing a fantastic job, but there is going to be a turning point, and it's close, where a generation of women are going to say, well, now we have the choice to do this or this, so I'm going to balance it differently.
Yes. But there can't be shame or fear around one or the other, and
But
that's
if you
what doesn't
look
exist at the
at
moment.
The most egalitarian societies, women and men fall into the categories that they're most naturally 60-40 spread. It's going to happen that pressure valve of feeling like you need to be this and you need to be this and you need to be this will change.
Yes.
It will change.
Look at how many women now are choosing not to have children. I think that's part of it too. So you're sort of
That's
talking...
part of the overcorrection generation,
well,
my opinion.
Or it's taking advantage of the choices available to us.
Right.
So,
right.
But I still think there is guilt and shame and stigma around both of those ends of the spectrum.
There is, but you're shooting a little bit on what we were talking about earlier. You're sort of saying that if only people would have less stigma, right?
Yes, yeah, true.
It's a choice for us to have that. I agree with you. It's there. 100% it's there. But slowly, I think the pressure's going to come out of the balloon. There'll be a turning point. And we're way off here, but one of the reasons is in this country is because of property policy, is that two people have to work hamster wheeling constantly just to keep up to get in the property. Like that's one big factor. And if that was not a factor, I think there would be a lot of different choices being made.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about the actual choices. I'm just saying that I'd love women to acknowledge either way what they prefer.
Yeah.
And not be restricted by convention and I feel like the convention at the moment is if you had a big job before you had kids, why aren't you going back to it? That's the convention. And so women aren't coming out saying, the ones who don't want to go back aren't coming out and saying, I don't want to. My priorities have changed. I enjoy this more.
Or even when they say, why the hell would I do that?
Or
go and play that silly game.
Yes, I am going back 6 months later and nobody say anything to me about it because it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Right, and it's true. Like some part of the cohort's going to be like, why aren't you going back? Some part of the cohort's going to be, why are you going back? Right, and you're going to be hearing all these noises. But our advice to everyone, the only people who matter are the people who matter. Don't give a shit about what anyone outside the walls of your approved list is. And that's your spouse or your family or your sibling or your nearest to. That's it. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks.
Yep.
And just do what you think is best for you and have the courage to stand there and say, this is for me, this is for my family, we've made this arrangement, this is what we're doing. And if that means you work, you don't work, you take a lesser job, good. Let everyone go around being anxiety, doing what they don't want to do.
Yeah, I think that went much broader than the sort of starting point for us, which was just...
I can't even remember what the starting point was.
No, the starting point was, where we're talking about things people don't talk about, is that a lot of women's priorities change once they have kids.
Yeah.
And they don't talk about it for all the reasons we've just discussed.
Yeah. Priorities do change.
And that's okay.
And by the way, I'm way out over my skis here, but I'm going to say this because in case someone's watching and they're coming up to the first child. If you come up to your first child and you think you're just going to be in some linear path in your career after it, just leave room for the possibility that is going to be rocked by the fact that you might totally change your view on work the day after. Like, to be pre-prepared mentally for it. Yeah.
And that's okay.
And not only is it okay, it is going to happen.
That's okay. And if you want it to be linear and not stop, then you're going to make arrangements with the children and you'll do it.
But but one way or another, you are going to look at it differently.
Yes.
Right? So more, less, this, that, whatever, it's going to be different.
Yep.
So just be like ready for the ride. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I can't remember what was left. Most people will tell you who they are. Did we do that?
I think we're done on the deep things today.
You got any fun things?
This book that I'm reading that we talked about, I'm enjoying it.
But did we talk about it? Tell me more about this book.
Well, I just like that the concept is that we don't.
Tell me the book again. Sorry, remind me.
It's called
The Other Half?
The Hidden Half.
Hidden Half.
And it's like that there's just this something secret, special source that we do not know and we cannot know. And what a fascinating thing. And it's very frustrating. And why are you looking at me like that?
I'm feeling dangerous.
It's frustrating and confronting to a lot of us who want to know everything, who want to understand everything, to be forced basically to say, this is what we know. And the second half of the book is going to be, which I'm not up to yet, how we live in a world like that with the uncontrollable and the unknowable, because that's what we have to accept that we're in. And I love that from the most macro level of your own life.
Can I just,
Go on.
I'm feeling a little bit dangerous.
Go on.
I don't understand how anyone can be sure of anything. I've never understood how anyone can be sure of anything. So you ask someone even and I've looked at this, I can't understand a lot of these things. Big Bang Theory.
Yep.
Fabulous theory, it's brilliant. What was there before it? What's it exploding into? What's around it? No one knows, right? It's a fabulous theory. It's possibly right in part. It's probably right in part. But no one knows what's around. No one can tell you definitively. Black hole, this, that, the other. There's all these things. Yeah. And we just go along as if we know that these things, Big Bang Theory. Really? What? The universe is expanding. What's it expanding into? What's outside that? Oh, yeah, no, don't worry about it. It's like the other half. It's a hidden half. And then, there's something, I'm feeling dangerous. The thing I'll never understand, ever, about pure, hardcore atheism. Can you not see the possibility for intelligent design? Now, I don't think the definition of this God or that God, let's leave that to one side. People can have whatever they want religion-wise. But can you not look at what's going on around us and not see the balance, the possibility of intelligent design, that some thing that we don't understand has designed this world, the universe, us, who knows? Could never have happened, people say.
Yeah.
No. We know exactly what's happened. Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Do we? And the hidden half, to me, is the hidden 90%, right?
Yeah.
We see this tip of an iceberg of any subject, and we think we know the iceberg.
Yes.
And what's the funniest is when there's a theory of evolution or whatever, and then there's this version, then this version, and then all of a sudden they find a branch in the chain 50,000 years ago. It actually goes back 20,000 years longer than we thought. It's
it doesn't make sense with what we thought categorically we knew.
We'll just Crabtree's bludgeon our way in there.
Yes.
Another one, a good one, is the Egyptian pyramids, right? Yep. Is that people...
No, but
let's not... I don't want to get conspiratorial, but it's it's pretty obvious they're not what they say they are. I don't know what they are. Some people have some very wacko fun theories. But it's how do you know? You don't know anything.
Yeah.
Don't know anything.
You know, I always say
the hidden 90%.
Whenever you tell me, you say, so-and-so's got this theory that, whatever. And I'm like, I
believe anything's possible?
I believe anything and everything is possible. And I also don't believe everything or anything.
Well, you don't believe anything until it's proven, but you believe that anything's possible. But what's proven?
Right. And so this is why the book is interesting, and this is why these mama crabs, they're called, these crabs that are just the mum crabs, was so confronting to the scientific community, because up until then, DNA...
identical DNA had identical outcome.
Categoric, right? And yet...
Nope.
Yet, and then what do we do? And so it's not just about DNA, it's about how we understand literally everything.
Yes.
That we think we know something. How many times in your own life did you think you knew something categorically? Like, people don't lie in the witness stand. Right? People don't lie in the witness stand. Categorically.
Oh, they're under oath.
And then you find out otherwise, right? So you can apply that to your own life and all the things that you have realised were wrong.
But see, that's why you have a map of the world, and this goes back to everything we've talked about: identity in work, identity in parenthood, the way the world works, the way this happens, the way people behave. People should do this. If only people would just, all this stuff. Kids are nature versus nurture. All those topics come down to this. You have a map of the world in your head, and it's fucking wrong on almost everything, right?
Yeah.
And it is enough that you can function and get through and be open-minded enough, because if you were open-minded to everything, your head would explode. You couldn't understand like the complexity of everything.
Yeah, you can make decisions.
But you can let your map be updated by new information, and it's not a personal affront to you.
Yes.
It's not a failure on your behalf. It's like, we can see this tiny sliver of a 360-degree picture, and we don't even know what language it's in, right? So when you learn something and you were wrong, that is a dream.
Another one of my favourite things. I may be wrong.
It's a dream to be wrong.
And to find out you're wrong.
Oh, and then you can go, fantastic. I can update my map, and now I can go into the world knowing a little bit more and be a little bit more humbled by the fact that I don't know anything. I'm making it up as I go. Nobody knows anything. We're all full of shit, right?
Just do our best.
Just do your best. Treat people properly. Work your ass off, right? Treat people kindly. Look after only your inner circle. And that's it.
Yep.
That's the method. And learn a little bit every day.
I like it. You've just solved all of our problems,
I
Christian.
probably have created new problems, but that is, again, a new opportunity.
How exciting. We never get bored.
This feels like a good thing to end on.
Yeah,
a very
because I have to
positive
move my
note.
car.
Yeah, a very positive note. We put super producer Charlie through it today with a few ups and downs, but I'm sure in the end it'll come out to be fine.
Let's go to work.